Alright, welcome back to Ask Your Dad. First off, I don't want to hear anything about my shirt. No, this is not my undershirt from work. This just happens to be a brown shirt that my wife got me, and it makes my chesticles look okay. Probably take out that last bit there. Just a quick word. I built these shelves in the last 2 days. I got a YouTube short on it, so make sure to check out my other videos and let me know what you think. What I'm talking about today is some pet peeves of mine. I don't knows, maybe some days, and I'd love to. I hear these all the time. What people are really saying is I haven't gotten around to it because of one reason or the other. I'd love to run a marathon. That's something that I brought up in my last video. I'd love to eat 20 cheesecakes in a row. I'd love to go on a grand adventure and bring the One Ring back to Mordor and throw it into the fiery chasm from whence it came. All pretty normal things that I hear from people all the time, but indecision is the killer or the thief of opportunity. Indecision is also the killer of progress and action. People that are always hemming and hawing on what they want to do usually don't get very far, or they take so long that the opportunity that they had has now expired. So whoever's permission you're waiting for to do something, I don't think you're ever going to get it if you haven't gotten it yet. If you're trying to do that marathon, I don't know who you're waiting for, but you now have the blessing. Go forth and do good things. If you don't know how to do something, there's this crazy thing that's come up in the last 20 years now called an iPhone, and we have access to so much information now. It's absolutely insane. So the excuse of I don't know how to do something doesn't really get that far. I had a guy the other day that had to either fax something or mail something in to the DMV or something like that. They needed physical proof. The next day I asked him, hey, did you end up faxing that? And he said no, and I said, why not? He said, I don't know what a fax is. So in the last 24 hours, I told him to do something, how to do it. One, it was something he didn't know how to do, so he just gave up on it. Two, he didn't feel like he could ask somebody. My son is 4 years old and he's been pushing the boundaries a lot lately, and when I go to ask him about it, his newest response has been, but Dad, you told me I could do anything, which is super funny. It's hard to argue against, but it's like going and grabbing an extra cookie, probably not something he should be doing, otherwise he's going to get a tummy ache. But Dad, you told me I could do anything. Well, yes, but not necessarily. That's not exactly what I meant, buddy. What I mean is you could find out things, you can work hard towards things, you could seek help. We actually don't allow our kids to get away with saying, I don't know how. So when I say, hey buddy, I need you to go put this thing away. Oh, you were thinking about sleeping with us? How about you sleep in your bed and I'll come check on you a little bit, okay? I love you. I'm actually really surprised he didn't just tell me that he should sleep in our bed because I told him he could do anything. Getting back to it, we don't allow our kids to say, I don't know how to do something as an excuse not to do something. What we're teaching our kids right now is, hey, if you don't know how to do something, you need to ask for help how to do that. Hey, I don't know how to climb down from this tree. Isn't an excuse to stay in the tree all day. You don't want to do that. That's not a practical thing to do. Hey, Mom or Dad, can you assist me? Can you show me how to do this thing? That is how we're going to raise a generation capable of figuring things out for themselves. Asking help is hard. I've had a hard time doing it. I would say that one of my skills that I've developed over my lifetime isn't how to weld or how to fill out administrative paperwork really well. It's how to ask for help, how to be resourceful and seek those people that could help you do those things. I would encourage you, ask your dad about it, talk to your kids about it. The other thing I would encourage you to do if you keep doing this is stop coming up with excuses. There's always a million reasons not to do something. Oh, the weather's not good, or I don't have the money to do this thing, or I'm always just looking for the timing. The timing has to be right. There's always a million reasons why you shouldn't do something. The people I'm most impressed with are the people that only need one reason to do something. Real quick story, I remember being about, 12, 13 years old, and me and a really good friend of mine, we were really into skateboarding, and I'll never forget this. He once asked me, hey, I think today's a good day, want to go skateboarding? And I told him, and it was beautiful, blue skies, it was probably 70 some odd degrees, and I told him that I didn't want to go out because I thought it was too windy. And he said that I was a fair weather skateboarder. And that's something that's really stuck with me throughout the rest of my life. Am I a fair weather father? Am I a fair weather friend? When things aren't going exactly like you want them to be, if the weather's not perfect, if the finances aren't really lining up, if the opportunity's not exactly there or the timing's not exactly right, are you waiting? The timing's never going to be perfect. If you have a goal, if you have a dream, start making plans, start acting on it. If you're trying to run a marathon, don't wait until you buy those Nike Zooms there for $250. I can almost guarantee you whatever the worst sneaker that Skechers has right now, I guarantee the worst shoe that they have is better than the shoes that they had in like the 1920 Olympics. So just get after it. I remember this story one time about this little guy who was kind of a homebody and didn't really want people coming around. He was called upon to basically save the world. You might know the story I'm talking about here. He ends up having to leave his home basically. He's got a million reasons why he should stay home, but he really only needs one reason why he needs to leave. That's to get that ring across Middle Earth, up Mount Doom, into the fire. And the weather's not going to be good. And he's going to be hungry, and he's going to be tired, and there's going to be ring wraiths that are going to come after him, or they did. But imagine what the world would be like if Bilbo never left his front door. Imagine what the world would have been like if Frodo never completed the task. Don't be like those other grumps in the Shire. Be like Frodo. Be like Bilbo. If you have a dream, go after it. Get after it. Stop coming up with excuses of why you shouldn't do anything. Come up with one reason why you should. So to recap on all this, some things I think that we should cut out of our vocabulary as men is, I don't know how, maybe someday, oh gee whiz, I don't knows, when I get around to it. So think about this topic, ask your mom, ask your dad, let me know what you think, comment, like, share, subscribe.